Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about stacking silver in 2021. Now, obviously, we are well into the second half of the year now, so I thought it'd be a good time to look back to see, how I've been doing and the progress on some of the goals that I set and that I wanted to complete in 2021. Now, I've had to put some of the goals off to the side just because of the higher premiums that we're dealing with and that we all saw earlier in the year. It seems like we're getting a little bit of a break. Recently I've been seeing some prices on some sites where the premiums have gone down a little bit. But now I'm just sort of used to those high premiums now, especially because I'm very new to stacking. I just got into it in 2020. Back in May, I started, wanting to get the channel going and everything like that. So since I've been actively stacking, I've been dealing with the high premium era. I enjoy seeing the comments in some of my videos talking about people, the premiums that they had to pay like in the 90s for their Eagles, or even in the 2000s, and I wish I got into stacking back then to take advantage of some of the prices that I hear. It seems impossible in my head thinking about what I'm paying now, but I'm glad that I started. Better late than never, I guess. So like I said, I did have to push some goals off to the side, but I have completed a few. Like this one here was I want to get a tube of Kennedys, so that I got 20 Kennedys there, and a tube of the Walking Liberties. And you can see these are the same size tubes, and that's where you can see the wear and tear on some of these junk silver coins, because there's 20 in each of these tubes, but you can see the difference. The Kennedys are right up to the brim, all 64, and the Walkers, you can see they're just that, not quite up to the brim there. Yes, I completed the Kennedys and the Walkers. I have 15 in my Franklin tube, so I need 5 of those to complete that, and that was one of the goals, was to get a tube of those 3 sets of $50. And another thing that I wanted to do was stack 2 tubes of the Canadian silver dollars. I have done that. I did a video just recently talking about the completion of that goal. And another thing just came in from eBay the other day, and this is another 1949 Canadian silver dollar. Now this is to commemorate Newfoundland becoming a province. This is from 1949, and I love the detail on this ship there. It's very nice. So I have done a comparison talking about some of the Canadian silver dollars and my favorite ones. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, I do love that Canadian Goose one from 1967. That's my favorite. And then the Totem from 1958 would be in second. This 1949, I think, is tied with the just the original Voyager design of the dollar for me. So this is my second 1949. My first one was sent to me by a subscriber, so I do thank you again for that. And this one I picked up just recently. Another one was the Maple Leafs. Wanted to get a tube of the Maple Leaf. That one's going to be checked off my list very soon. I'm going to be, I have the cash for it, just need to go pick up, and it's going to be a mint tube instead of a tube of 20. And I already have 5 of the 2021 Eagles on the go. These are the Type 2. I'm going to get a tube of American Eagles as well. And I really don't care if they're all Type 1s. They can be mixed. I don't care if they're all 2021s. Mixed year ASC is fine for me, but I do want to complete a tube of those as well. And, I was stacking some cash aside because I wasn't picking up as much silver, just dealing with those high premiums. But then I started looking at some coins that have always carried a high premium, and then I was looking at the price and seeing, the premiums on these coins haven't been affected as much as, say, like the American Eagles and the Maple Leafs, and those were the Libertads. So I started picking up Libertads, and I got my first 5 this year, and this one you can see is the Antiqued 2018. This is my favorite coin in my stack. And then I just got a regular 2 ounce and 1 ounce BU. This one's 2018, this one's 2020. And to go with that, I went ahead and picked up a 10th ounce gold Libertad as well. So I'm very happy that I picked that one up. I might pick up a quarter ounce version as well. But that's another thing that I've been picking up while I hadn't been picking up so much silver. Like I said, I was stacking some cash away, but also I've been picking up a fair bit of fractional gold while I've been waiting for those premiums to come down. So I know this is talking about the my silver stacking so far in 2021, but it has to involve what I've been doing with gold, because it's because I've had to take a break on the silver that I've been picking up this fractional. So I just thought I would put that out there as well. So now I want to throw it to a very special guest that you all know as Florida Stacker. Now this is definitely one of the channels that I started watching when I first started getting into silver stacking, and it's very cool to be able to work with him. We did a collaboration on his channel back in late 2020, and it was awesome. It opened up a big door with a lot more subscribers, and a lot more eyes came to my channel because of that. So I was very, very thankful for that. So yes, I'm extremely happy to be able to collaborate with him again here on my channel. And he's just a really, really good guy. I know you guys have watched a lot of his videos. So yes, without further ado, I've been yammering on long enough. I'm going to kick it over to Florida Stacker, and he's going to talk a little bit about what he's been doing in 2021.
Hey everybody, Florida Stacker here with you. First of all, I'd like to thank Ragtag for letting me work with him on this video. So we're past midway now in 2021, and we've seen a lot of changes. First, we saw the rather dramatic rise in premiums on some of our favorite coins, such as the American Silver Eagles, namely any of the American US Mint products. During the first half of 2021, that kind of began back in the late part of 2020. And now here we go. We've seen not one but two attempts to squeeze the silver market, and there is a large growing presence here on YouTube that follow that way of thinking on how they could bring more attention to the silver precious metal. There's more to it than just that. It's not just about raising prices, so to speak. And then we're also faced with the fact that we continue to accumulate and hold wealth in a fairly manipulated market. And we're also witnessing that gold and silver haven't performed so well this year during relatively record inflation, with CPI now at 5.4% through the last 12 months. Silver definitely hasn't performed that well as a hedge lately, and gold has seen a pretty steady decline as well. So that brings me to the main point of this video. And the point is that we know the long-term outlook for both metals is positive. So during these times of disruption, during these times of confusion and chaos, especially for those that are new to stacking precious metals and only assumed that they went one direction, this brings me to the point of the importance of stacking what you like and saving wealth in gold and silver coins as fun as you possibly can. And that's why I'd encourage you to look at some of the collectible coins, like this beautiful coin here from the Perth Mint. Adding a little bit of flair to your stack is a fun way to keep it interesting, because I realize that it can get a little bit exhausting when we don't see prices heading in the direction that we thought they were, and we look at our stack now as a loss instead of a way to actually hedge and save against economic uncertainty. It's short-lived, my friends. Just take a look at a chart. That's all you got to do. Take a look at the headlines. They're talking about spending trillions and trillions of more US dollars here in my country. And I'm sure similar discussions are underway in even more liberal parts of the world. So I'd like to thank you for watching Ragtag Stacking. If you're a subscriber or viewer of my channel, thank you as well. And want to remind you to keep positive and to continue to look for the things about silver and gold that you love, to keep it interesting, to keep it fresh. And do recommend that maybe you work on some coin books, maybe you pick up some collectible silver or gold items, perhaps even chase some of the new hot releases from the popular global mints. That way you can keep it interesting, and a lot of those collectibles can turn out to be pretty profitable too. That's all I've got for this segment. Keep stacking, my friends. Stay positive, and I look forward to seeing you here on Ragtag's channel, as well as over on my channel. Florida Stacker, signing out.
So yes, thank you again, Florida Stacker. It's been great working with you, and I look forward to collaborating with you again in the future. Like I said in the first part of the video there, Florida Stacker is responsible for my first big break with this channel, with our first collaboration. And, obviously I wouldn't be making a lot of the content that you see me make without the influence of what I got from his channel. Because before I started, getting really into stacking, I was watching a lot of the YouTube videos. And obviously I still watch all the videos that he comes up with today. But back then, he was working on his Eagle Eagles and Maple Leaf tubes, and I just saw how clean and efficient and how nicely everything was put away, and it just it spoke to me. I really liked the way that looked. And he's got a series on right now where he's doing the same thing with filling up tubes of junk silver. And I've been enjoying watching that, accumulate and seeing those tubes fill up. And if you've been watching my channel for, any amount of time, you know that I also like to get those tubes going. I mentioned it in the beginning. Like I said, I was just, talking about the junk silver ones that I just completed, the ones that I still need to complete, and ones that I'm looking to start in the future. I'm looking to get a Philharmonic tube on the go. And there's some tubes right now that I'm looking to finish off. The Krugerrand tube that I started, I still need to finish. And also with rounds, there's also a lot of possibilities with rounds. If I like the design of a certain one, like the Silvertown Buffaloes, I have a tube of those, but I also have random round tubes on the go. So yeah, Florida Stacker's definitely been the biggest influence on my stacking strategy and style, and I've been very, very happy with the results of that. So looking forward into the rest of the year, the rest of 2021, recently we've seen quite a big dip in silver and gold prices, and I do have some things coming in the mail. I thought it would be here this week, but just didn't show up yet. So hopefully early next week I'll have that. And the premiums, we've been dealing with the premiums for a while now, and it has been slightly getting better. At least up here in Canada, I've noticed that the some of the sites have been easing up on some of the premiums. So I hope that continues. We saw it back in 2020, the spike in those premiums from that big dip from March, and then towards the end of the year we started to see the easing up of those premiums, and then just jacked right back up with all the short squeezes and all the different silver squeezes, the Reddit stuff. I'm not going to get into that. I've talked about it enough. So I'm hoping that happens again this year, where the back half of the year, the premiums start to drop a little bit more, and that opens up more buying opportunities. Another thing that I'm looking forward to in 2021 is Black Friday. Black Friday had some really, really good sales last year, and I picked up quite a bit. So that is one of the dates that's marked on my calendar that I'm really looking forward to, is the Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. I'm definitely going to be making sure my budget is topped up. You know what I mean? Going to make sure maybe just get a little bit more set aside for that particular month, because I do want to go and pick up quite a bit this year on Black Friday. But that's it for today's video. Like I said, it was just sort of a look back on what 2021's been like for stacking silver. And at the end here, just a look forward and hoping. I'm not making any predictions. I'm just going by what I'd like to see. And I'd kind of like to see silver staying at this price. I don't want to see any huge spikes. I'd take a little bit more of a dip so I can be paying less for the silver I'm looking to accumulate. But for me, I want stability. I don't want to keep having this rocky road of just spiking up, spiking down, premiums staying up or premiums not moving. For me, I just want a slow and steady decrease in the premiums, and if spot price tends to go down as well, I'm fine with that. If it goes to the moon in a decade, I'll be happy with that too, but I don't want it to go to 100 overnight. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys have been doing, how you guys have been stacking in 2021, and if any of the the things that we talked about here that have affected you in a way that you needed to change up the way you were doing it or stop stacking altogether. Because I know some people have just not been picking up silver, waiting out this period of extremely high premiums. So yes, that's it for today's video. Make sure you check out Florida Stacker's channel. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you're aware of Florida Stacker and already, watching his stuff. But if you're just into silver stacking and you're, just getting into watching the videos and you haven't happened to stumble across Florida Stacker for some reason, make sure you, go to his channel and subscribe. Like I said, it's been great doing the collaboration with him, and I look forward to working with him again in the future. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.